Welcome to luxury home decor. Imagine stepping outside and finding a hidden resort-worthy sanctuary laid out just for you. No expensive flights, no long renovations, just clever backyard alchemy. Today's surprising game changer. Designing with purpose before purchase. By anchoring every choice to how you actually live, morning yoga, weekend barbecues, late-night stargazing, you'll avoid impulse splurges and create a landscape that feels intuitive, luxurious, and unmistakably yours from day one. Begin with a rough sketch of movement lines, sunlight arcs, and privacy pinch points. Map where coffee steam rises at dawn and where shadows stretch at dusk. This master blueprint costs nothing yet saves fortunes by preventing awkward pathways or misplaced trees later. Think of it as editing a manuscript before printing. The structure must sing first, then decor flourishes harmonize. Our journey now layers color, furniture, and planting onto that intentional backbone. Summer radiance craves juicy hues. Splash citrus bright cushions across seating, perch sky blue glazed pots beside doors, and unfold breezy woven rugs under bare feet. Partner shade-loving palms with sun-drunk succulents to deepen tonal variety without overwhelming the eye. Portable accents stretch your investment beyond delicate blooms, letting you refresh palettes next season with minimal spend. Flexibility is truly the smartest style insurance a backyard decorator can carry. Spring hums with renewal. So swap dense winter textures for feather-light linen throws in blush, mint, or buttery yellow. Cluster tulip-filled planters near conversation corners to coax guests outdoors after indoor hibernation. While soil stays tender, snake a drip irrigation hose beneath mulch. Installation now beats peak season labor costs and conserves water all year. Infrastructure may not dazzle on camera, yet it underwrites every future floral triumph. Autumn beckons cozy gatherings. Layer earthy terracotta, rust, and honey gold pillows over benches. Then fold plaid blankets atop Adirondack chairs. Ornamental grasses like miscanthus sway in low amber light, adding kinetic drama without constant trimming. Scatter brass lanterns holding battery candles for safe, flickering warmth that mirrors falling leaves. Guests linger as temperatures drop, lulled by rustling seed heads and the scent of cinnamon-toned cedar mulch beneath their feet. Winter reframes beauty rather than erasing it. Keep the scene alive with sculptural evergreens, boxwood spheres, dwarf pines, or spiky yuccas, standing proud against frost. Cinnamon bark mulch contrasts crisply with snow while suppressing weeds before spring even whispers. Weave soft white fairy lights through bare branches, crafting a starlit canopy that feels celebratory yet calm. Great landscaping, after all, is a year-round relationship, never a fleeting summer fling. Let's dive into wallet-friendly strategies. First up, reclaimed materials. Salvage vintage bricks for a herringbone border, or repurpose shipping pallets into vertical herb racks brimming with rosemary. Sand, seal, and stain everything for cohesion so the story reads bespoke, not bargain bin. Repurposing saves money and landfill space, and it sparks conversations that store-bought pieces rarely inspire, elevating the emotional value of your backyard stage while honoring sustainable design principles. Thrift stores hide patio gems if you know what to spot. Hunt for wrought iron chairs with sturdy frames. Surface rust disappears beneath matte black spray paint. Prioritize dimensions over style. Cushions can inject the personality later. Pair mismatched finds on purpose, achieving an eclectic bistro vibe that rivals boutique catalogs. By allocating savings to performance fabrics that resist fading and mildew, you prove frugality and luxury can happily coexist. Why planters amplify creativity while stretching coins. Wrap clean tin cans in jute twine, chalk label them for herbs, and enjoy instant farmhouse chic. Or angle cut discarded PVC pipes, paint them slate gray, and tuck succulents inside for a sleek, modern cluster. Arrange varied heights on a thrifted bar cart, forming a mobile garden that rolls toward sunlight or conversation on demand. Flexibility meets flair without denting your renovation budget. Lighting often feels pricey, yet strategy slashes costs. Trade energy-hungry halogens for solar stakes dressed in elegant copper. String Edison-style bulbs along a simple wire swag for cafe ambience, automating them with dusk-to-dawn timers. Clamp rechargeable LEDs onto grill stations instead of hard-wiring fixtures. Buying several identical units lets you rotate failures quickly, projecting a professional installation without the invoice. Atmosphere depends far more on placement than on price. Small yards thrive on illusion. Lay pavers diagonally. The angle tricks eyes into reading greater depth. Substitute bulky sectionals with slim, armless love seats that visually float. Install retractable awnings rather than permanent pergolas to reclaim the sky whenever clouds part. Mirrors mounted on fences double perceived greenery, brightening cramped corners. Spatial magic costs far less than extra square footage, yet pays lifestyle dividends every single day. Vertical gardening multiplies square meters upward. Screw horizontal timber slats to walls, then hook terracotta pots in rhythmic tiers overflowing with strawberries and mint. Felt pocket panels, pre-lined with drip tubing, act as a living herb pantry steps from the kitchen. Train star jasmine on wire grids to create fragrant wallpaper. If space or budget prevents automatic systems, a simple morning watering routine becomes a mindful ritual, connecting you to each plant's progress. Multifunctional furniture works overtime. Seek benches with lift-up seats hiding toys or potting tools, keeping surfaces uncluttered. Choose a fire pit that converts to an ice bucket for summer soirees. Folding teak tables expand for poker night and collapse when yoga mats unroll. Such adaptability ensures you never feel boxed in when spontaneous workouts or children's games demand open floor. Every piece must earn its real estate in a dynamic backyard. Pathways guide experience while shielding lawns. Lay decomposed granite edged with flexible bender board for curves that feel organic yet contained. Plant fragrant creeping thyme between stepping stones so every footfall releases aroma. Alternate rectangular pavers with river stones for tactile variation underfoot. Keep pathway materials consistent with patio surfaces for unity, yet vary scale to signal shifts between public and private zones, knitting disparate areas into a single flowing narrative. Every landscape benefits from a focal anchor. A weathered stone birdbath surrounded by lavender becomes living sculpture as wings flutter nearby. Alternatively, position a charcoal-painted terracotta urn spilling ivy to soften its mass. These signature statements prevent visual chaos by offering eyes a landing pad. Frame them with low-growing plants like sedum, much like matting around art, instantly elevating the perceived value of your outdoor gallery. water features upgrade Serenity. A prefabricated basalt column fountain quietly recirculates water, masking street noise without complex plumbing. Place it beside seating for maximum auditory immersion. On tight budgets, create a container pond. Line a ceramic bowl, add dwarf lilies plus a solar pump, and birth tranquility in under an hour. Flowing water cools summer air and invites dragonflies that naturally curb mosquitoes. Beauty and function intertwined. Fire pits extend backyard seasons. Opt for a smokeless steel design atop a heat-proof mat that shields grass. Surround it with sage green Adirondacks that blend daytime foliage. Keep chunky knit blankets in a weatherproof chest for instant warmth. Arrange outdoor rugs to frame the cluster, reinforcing the room-like illusion and cushioning bare feet during storytelling marathons beneath star-studded skies. Seating zones dictate social energy. Pair an intimate two-chair bistro set for sunrise coffee with a sprawling sectional for movie nights under constellations. Float a hammock between reliable posts, creating a solitary reading cocoon. Separate zones using low planting beds so soundscapes stay balanced. Arrange each cluster atop an outdoor rug to reinforce spatial boundaries and soften surfaces. Your yard becomes an open-plan home. Different rooms fulfill shifting moods gracefully. Shade structures marry comfort and architecture. Stretch a sandstone sail canopy overhead, filtering midday rays while casting kinetic shadows on decking. Bamboo roll-up blinds drop from pergola beams at golden hour, blocking glare yet inviting breezes. Remember to tension sails properly. A subtle tilt adds drama while channeling rainwater away from seating. UV protection preserves both skin and upholstery, ensuring designer decor and delighted humans enjoy longevity together. Pergola styling deserves spotlight status. Paint support posts deep graphite so climbing ballet pink roses pop catwalk style. Thread battery fairy lights through crossbeams for twilight sparkle. Then train grapevines across wires to yield edible shade come midsummer. Hang rope swings from sturdy joists to add playful seating without cluttering the floor. Installing retractable canvas curtains provides privacy on demand, transforming the pergola into a cozy cocoon when evening breezes drift in. Color schemes direct emotion. Pair neutral stone pavers with powder blue cushions and charcoal planters for a coastal spa vibe, even inland. Repeat accent tones at least 3 times. Pillows, pots, lantern ties, to achieve designer cohesion. Balance any bright pops with abundant greenery so the palette soothes rather than shouts. Controlled repetition crafts harmony that transcends personal style preferences, appealing equally to modern minimalists and laid-back bohemians. Monochrome planting delivers minimalist drama. Imagine a bed of white hydrangeas, silver lamb's ear, and pale variegated hostas glowing beneath warm lighting. Uniform hue simplifies maintenance because fertilization needs a line, and trimming becomes rhythmically meditative. To maintain simplicity without monotony, vary leaf shapes and scale so the viewer's eye keeps dancing along the composition. Subtraction often wields greater visual power than accumulation, especially in spaces craving calm sophistication. Strategic color pops electrify dull corners. Introduce a marigold side table, echo it with a citron throw, then crown the vignette using tiki tall cannas aflame with blooms. Limit yourself to 2 complementary brights against muted surroundings to maintain control. Place bold accents near high-traffic nodes such as barbecue stations to energize functional tasks and lure guests toward conversation. Controlled vibrancy guides attention where you want it and hides imperfections awaiting future upgrades. Textural layering enriches every palette. Contrast sleek metal planters with rough-hewn stone edging. Toss tasseled cotton cushions onto wicker daybeds. Border lawns with feathery ferns. Texture engages fingertips as well as eyes, deepening sensory connection. Texture also provides slip resistance during rainy spells, adding safety to aesthetic delight. Even budget materials feel opulent when combined thoughtfully. Imagine brushed concrete pads flanked by moss, encouraging visitors to linger and explore with curiosity. Nature-inspired palettes never disappoint. Pull colors from your surrounding landscape: sand, olive, and cloud gray echo arid hills, and watch your backyard merge seamlessly with horizon lines. Test paint swatches outdoors. Sunlight alters perception dramatically. Consider commissioning a local artist to mural boundary walls in complementary tones, grounding the palette through community collaboration. Authenticity remains the most convincing luxury, trading showy excess for context-driven elegance that feels inevitable. Blur thresholds between indoors and out to stretch living space. Carry interior wall hues onto outdoor cushions, run flooring planks onto adjacent decks, and match metal hardware finishes on both sides of patio doors. This repetition tricks minds into reading two areas as one continuous environment. Breakfast on the terrace shifts from occasional treat to daily ritual, maximizing enjoyment of square footage already under your ownership. Sustainability anchors modern luxury. Prioritize native plants adapted to regional rainfall, reducing irrigation needs and chemical dependency. They shelter pollinators, imprinting your yard with ecological authenticity. Group natives by bloom schedule to ensure continuous color waves and steady nectar supplies all year. The result is a low-maintenance haven aligning personal aesthetics with environmental stewardship. An undeniable win-win that future generations will thank you for planting today. Drought-prone regions thrive through xeriscaping. Replace thirsty lawn swaths with decorative gravel punctuated by sculptural agaves and feathergrass. Bury terracotta olla pots near root zones. They release moisture slowly, minimizing evaporation. Consider permeable pavers that channel storm runoff into subsurface reservoirs. Installing a compact gray water reuse barrel extends conservation efforts effortlessly. These strategies merge striking visuals with resource mindfulness, proving that preservation and beauty are collaborative partners, never rivals. Eco-friendly hardscape materials bolster green credentials. Composite decking made from recycled sawdust resists rot while diverting waste from landfills. Choose FSC-certified timber for pergolas to support responsible forestry. Finish surfaces with Loviosi stains so breezes carry nothing but fresh air. Request warranties exceeding 2 decades. Manufacturers who commit long-term validate earth-friendly claims. Thoughtful investment, not excess, defines true luxury and benefits generations down the path. Inviting wildlife enriches atmosphere and balances ecosystems. Mount a bamboo tube be hotel near vegetable beds, encouraging pollination. Plant berry-laden shrubs like viburnum to lure songbirds. Their dawn chorus outshines any playlist. Install a shallow stone basin refreshed daily for butterflies. A small pond bubbler attracts dragonflies, which naturally curb mosquitoes, boosting evening comfort. These gestures weave your garden into a broader web of life, enhancing aesthetics and conscience simultaneously. Thoughtful lighting crowns nightly allure. Layer ambient, task, and accent sources. Warm stake lights guide pathways. Pendant lanterns illuminate dining zones. And tree uplights sculpt dramatic silhouettes. Position dimmers on every circuit to pivot from quiet meditation to lively parties instantly. Balanced illumination transforms ordinary nights into cinematic experiences while boosting safety. Schedule periodic bulb checks, ensuring nothing interrupts the twilight theater you've so carefully staged. Solar and low-voltage systems shrink operating costs. Modern photovoltaic fixtures store ample power even on overcast days, while LEDs sip electricity. Position panels southward, free of foliage shadows, then relax. Maintenance is little more than an occasional wipe. Specify coastal-rated housings even inland. Extra corrosion resistance means fewer replacements. Energy frugality pairs seamlessly with forward-thinking ethics, leaving your wallet and the planet equally grateful. Ambient elements heighten the multisensory experience. Scatter cedar chips beneath seating so every step releases soothing fragrance. Suspend wind chimes tuned to pentatonic scales for harmonious resonance. Nestle a discreet Bluetooth speaker inside a faux rock, layering gentle lo-fi jazz during brunch. Soft bird calls and rustling leaves provide a natural soundtrack that technology should complement, not overpower. The resulting retreat feels immersive rather than merely photogenic.